Hi there, this is Ranjit, and in this video we'll be doing the unboxing and have a first look at this OnePlus 2. And I just want to thank the OnePlus team for sending this unit. This is a review unit, and as you can see, it's the 64 gig model that they have sent, and it has sandstone black and does not give a lot of information. It just says that it includes the OnePlus 2 and USB-C to USB cable and a power adapter. So we just get one box this time, not like the OnePlus one where we had two boxes. And right away we have the OnePlus 2 itself. We'll come back to this a bit later. Let's see what else do we get. And we get this. This is interesting. What do we have? Because looks like some literature. And yeah, a quick start guide and a user guide. So two things we get. And let's quickly look at this one. And this is nothing but just gives a basic idea about the device, where we have the nano SIM slots. And again, this is a dual SIM device. And we also have a user guide. Gives you basic information. It's in black and white color. And we get the cable, and this is special because the OnePlus 2 has the USB-C type, which is a different connector. It's not the micro USB, and again it's a long cable. It's flat, as you can see. This is the special connector, that is the USB-C type. So we have to use this for charging, and we also have the OnePlus charger that we get. And so that's what we have in the box. Let me keep these things to the side and let's look at the handset. So here we have the OnePlus 2 itself, and it just says that we have the volume rocker, power safe button, and alert slider. That's a new thing that we have. And the headphone jack. On the back, nothing. So let me just slide this off. And we also have the fingerprint scanner on this OnePlus 2. And again, this is the sandstone black, and we can actually remove the back cover easily now. And they're going to sell even, what do you say, extra back covers. Let me try to take this out. It's a little bit tricky. Yeah, but you can take this out. But the battery is still sealed inside. I'll talk about the specs a bit later. This tray comes out, and here we can insert our nano SIMs, and it accepts two SIM cards. It's a dual SIM device, so that's a new thing. But if you notice, the battery is still sealed inside. It's a 3300 milliamp hour battery. So you can easily customize the back covers. They're going to sell the back covers, I believe, later on. By default, you'll get this in this regular sandstone, like we got with the regular OnePlus 1. So initial impressions, the feel looks really nice, and this is now metallic. This is not fake plastic or anything. So gives a very, premium feel initial impressions. And the screen is still a 5.5-inch screen. Let me actually give you a physical overview. Then we'll boot up this device. On the top, we have the 3.5mm headphone jack, the secondary noise cancellation microphone, and again that metallic ring that looks really nice. And on this end, we have the volume rocker and the power button. Going down, we have the indent to open the back, and opening for speakers. I'm not very sure if both these slots are for the speaker. The USB-C type connector, this is not the micro USB, so you have to use this cable to charge it. And the good thing with this one is you can put this in either way, like this or in the reverse. It does not matter. So that is new. And further moving down here, we have this. This is a toggle that we have. This can be used for setting the notification to priority calls and stuff. So that is nice. And moving towards the back, we have a dual tone flash. New 13 megapixel improved camera that OnePlus says, and this is actually the laser autofocus system, which OnePlus again says helps in focusing. So let's power this on. And regarding actually it was powered. This is let me just reboot it. By accidentally, I must have powered it on. Let's do a reboot and see the boot up animation. So again, out of the box, it comes with Android L, but it's running on Oxygen OS, not on Cyanogen mod. So this is a new boot logo. And another thing with this new OnePlus is we have a fingerprint scanner here. So that's again new. So this is the boot up. And it feels nice in the hand. And as you can see, we have this toggle over here. You can change it to no interruptions, priority interruptions, or all notifications. So this is the device itself. And another thing that I'm noticing is though this home button, has fingerprint scanner, but it is not a physical button. It's just a capacitive button. So that is interesting. Let's look at the other settings. Let's just go back here. Let's go to about. And as you can see, it's running on the Android version 5.1.1, which is Android Lollipop. So this is back. Yeah, this is back. We can actually customize this, I believe. And it's running on the Oxygen OS version 2. Let's go back and let's look at the storage. Let's see. Yeah. And this is the 64 gig model. And out of that 64 gigs, we get 52.8 gigabytes of space available. Again, do note that, guys, we don't have any micro SD card on this support, so the storage is what you get, but I feel this is plenty of storage. If we just go back again, it looks like a stock Android experience, but it has some customizations that OnePlus team has added. Again, if you go to the SIM, now as a dual SIM device, you can set the priority for your SIM cards. And here we have the fingerprint scanner, and we can set that up, and it says we can add it, and it says just place your finger. So it's doing it relatively quickly. Let's see how well it works. Let's just set this up. They were touting a lot about this, and initial reports, other reviewers said that it performs well. So it's done, and it says all done, and I have to add the fingerprint from this one. Enable fingerprint lock. But before that, I think so we have to set up a pin. So let's just do this 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4, and yeah, done. And now we can enable fingerprint. Yeah, let's 1 2 3 4. Okay, that's done. So let's try that. Let's power this off, and yeah, as you can see, it did it instantly. Let's power this on. Yeah, very quick. So the fingerprint works really well, and I can see some third-party apps that are pre-installed, like Kindle and Amazon app. And apart from that, nothing else apart from Google specific apps. So not a lot of bloatware that we get. And on the bottom, we have these two touch type capacitive buttons. Let's see if we can customize those. Let's go to the settings. If we go to the customization, it says we can customize the LED lights. So that's nice. And we also have the dark mode, which inverts the colors. Yeah, as you can see now, everything is black. So you have that option. And let's see if, yeah, we have the buttons. And we can move to the on-screen buttons if you want, instead of this physical button. So we still have that option. And here, yes, it says the swap button options. By default, this is for the multitasking, as you can see. Let's go back. And this is for the back, but you can change it. And let's just change it. Now this becomes multitasking and this becomes back. So yes, we still have a lot of customization. And by default, it says long press would be the search assistant. So yeah, it opens Google. Now I have to set my, account. I didn't do that. Let's set up the Wi-Fi first. Yeah, we don't have. And again, as expected, it's a high-end device. It supports both the 5 GHz band as well as the 2.4 GHz band. I'll just connect to my Wi-Fi network and we'll be back. So I am connected, but before we proceed, let me quickly give you a configuration overview. This OnePlus 2 is powered by the Snapdragon 810 chipset, which is an octa-core processor divided into 2 quad cores. The first high-performance quad core is based on the ARM Cortex-A57 architecture, and the other quad core is based on the ARM Cortex-A53. The GPU is the powerful Adreno 430 GPU. It comes in 2 storage capacities, 64 gigabytes or the 16 gig version. The 64 gigabyte version comes with 4 gigs of RAM, whereas the 16 gig version comes with 3 gigs of RAM. It has a 5.5 inch screen, which is a 1080p screen, and it has Gorilla Glass for protection. Moving towards the camera, it has a 13 megapixel camera with laser autofocus system and a front 5 megapixel camera. Moving towards the battery, it's a sealed battery with a 3300 milliamp hour battery. And now as we are connected, let's just quickly fire up the web browser. And again, so I got it. So let's try, and this is the default keyboard. Again, it's the Android keyboard that we get. Again, guys, it's almost a stock Android experience, apart from minor modifications that we are getting. And it's going to the mobile version. Let's force it to the desktop variant and see. Again, as you can see, obviously it's a very high-end device with 4 gigs of RAM. So as of now, the OnePlus team has mentioned that they will be initially selling only the 64 gig model that comes with 4 gigs of RAM. So as you can see, everything works really nice, and this is the multitasking tray. And initial impressions, again, as expected, it is performing very well. And let's look at the camera. But before that, let me give you a physical comparison with the regular OnePlus. As you can see, in terms of height, both are very similar. And in terms of width, I would say it's a hair narrower than the OnePlus. On the back, again, there is a little bit of difference. But and in terms of weight, I would say the new OnePlus 2 is slightly on the higher side. It weighs 175 grams. If I recall, this OnePlus 1 was 162 grams. But it still feels nice in the hand. Let's also quickly look at the camera. OnePlus has said that they have really improved the camera. So let's quickly look at that. And this is the camera app that we have. And again, it looks really basic. And we have the tap to focus, and you can adjust the exposure like this. Now, yeah, as you can see, we can adjust the exposure. Let's just, without hitting anything, let's take some pictures. The OnePlus team has mentioned that the autofocusing is really fast due to the laser autofocus system. So I will definitely be testing this camera a lot more. And I'll try to post a dedicated video regarding the camera performance in the next couple of days. So initial impressions, it feels good and it's fast, but yes, it does not have some features like the IR blaster or quick charging or even the NFC support. So guys, that's it for now for this unboxing and hands-on overview with this OnePlus 2. Yes, obviously I will be doing my in-depth review later on. So if you have any specific questions around this device, do post them in the YouTube comments and I'll try to include them in my review. Thanks for watching. This is Ranjit and I hope to see you in my next video.